You ever sit across from a woman and she's beautiful, smart, everything you thought you wanted, and you think, if I had more money, she'd want me more. Let me break that illusion for you right now. Because the truth is this, and nobody wants to admit it, women don't really want a rich man. They want a certain kind of man. And that man could be broke today, rich tomorrow. It wouldn't matter, because what turns her on isn't in your wallet, it's in your energy. Once you understand what women secretly crave more than money, you'll stop chasing what you thought made you attractive and start becoming what actually makes her submit without knowing why. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 hidden cravings women have that not even they can explain out loud. And the deeper we go, the more you'll realize, if you master these, she'll follow your lead. She'll stay up all night replaying your words. She'll start needing your presence like air, and she won't even know why. So stay with me, because by the time we reach number 6, you'll be the kind of man who doesn't need money because women feel rich just being in your presence. Let's get into it. And if you're one of the few who already feels this in your bones, you'll want to stick around. I've got something for you at the end. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you, a free ebook. The Female Mind Control Handbook. It reveals the hidden secrets to making any woman crave you. Grab it now. Link in the description or pinned comment. Let's begin, brother. Point 1. Emotional dominance. The one drug she can't quit. Forget money. You know what she really wants? A man who knows how to emotionally dominate her without raising his voice or lifting a finger. Let me explain. Every day she's surrounded by emotional amateurs. Men who get triggered, men who react, men who overthink every text she sends. But you don't flinch. You don't rush. You don't seek validation. You're like a fire that never begs for wood. You burn because that's just what you do. And when she throws her little tests at you, being cold, distant, sarcastic, you don't fall into the trap. You smile. You lean back. You say something like, I see you trying to stir the pot. You want attention or you want me? Boom. Power shift. That's emotional dominance. Not manipulation, not gaslighting, just psychological leadership. You're the one man who can handle her entire storm and not lose your grip. She obeys that man not because she's weak, but because he's stronger. She starts craving your approval, chasing your praise, competing for your softness because she knows how rare it is when you give it. And here's the wild part, that costs $0. But it's more valuable than a black card, because a woman will cheat on a millionaire, but she'll kneel for the man who owns her emotionally. Point 2. The erotic mystery. When she can't read you, she craves you. Here's the truth no one tells grown men. The most dangerous man in a woman's life is the one she can't figure out. She might be used to guys being predictable. Oh, he's just like the last one. Oh, he's going to get jealous here. Oh, he's going to text back weird like the rest. But then you show up, and everything short circuits. You don't text back right away. You're kind but unreadable. You flirt but never fully give in. You touch her hand and then walk away. It drives her insane. You're not mysterious just to play games. You're mysterious because you live in depth. You've got layers. You've got purpose. You've got places she doesn't have access to unless you invite her, and she wants in badly. You want to talk primal psychology? A woman's erotic hunger is tied to uncertainty, to not knowing what you'll do next, to not being able to predict what turns you on or what might make you walk away. That's not bad boy energy. That's real masculine polarity. And when she feels it, she starts obeying in whispers. She leans in during silence. She gets wet just thinking about what you might say next. That's not money. That's you becoming the mystery she needs to solve and surrendering in the process. Point 3. Certainty. In a world full of boys who flinch, she might say she wants the man with the bag, but what actually makes her drop the bag and stay? Certainty. Not the, I read a self-help book last week kind. I mean the kind that's carved into your body like a map of where you've been. You're 33. You've been cheated on. You've seen job loss, family fights, your ambition burned down to embers. And yet, you still walk into a room like your feet were born for the floor. That's masculine certainty, the kind no money can buy. When a man knows who the hell he is, every woman around him leans in without knowing why. Her heart might skip for a dude in Gucci, but her soul? It opens for the man who doesn't blink when she tests him. Because here's what she won't tell you. She wants to feel small in your presence, not from fear, but from your unwavering calm. She wants to press up against a man who's grounded when her world is chaos. A man who doesn't lose himself just because she's moody, distant, or trying to spark drama. You don't win that kind of presence by showing her your wallet. You win it by burying weakness in the dirt and choosing strength in silence. And when she feels that, she respects you. She trusts you. She obeys without knowing why. Point 4. Command over attention. In a world of men who scroll money's loud, but masculine attention, real, dialed in, unbreakable, is silent and surgical. You want to know why your 9 to 5, budget-savvy self still had her wet in the middle of a late-night conversation. Because you were present. Because you weren't checking your phone. Because your gaze said nothing in this world matters more than this moment. That's what she really wants. Not a yacht, not a limbo. She wants to be studied. She wants to feel like your mind is undressing her ideas before your hands ever touch her skin. In a world full of attention-deficit men, the man who knows how to sit still, look deep, and say less, he makes her feel like a woman again. It's intoxicating, not because of what you said, but how nothing distracted you while you said it. Men spend thousands on dinners and designer brands. You could give her a bottle of water and a 20-minute stare that unravels her. And here's the secret. When you have control over your attention, she'll give you control over her submission. Point 5. Quiet power. In a man who doesn't need to prove a damn thing, there's a kind of man who walks in the room and doesn't speak. And still everyone knows who's in charge. He doesn't boast. He doesn't flex. He doesn't chase applause because his life already claps for him. This man has scars. Not just the physical ones. The kind women feel when they touch your chest and wonder, what has this man survived? He isn't the loudest, but when he speaks, it's a moment. He doesn't need to post online about grinding. He just grinds, silently, stoically, unshakably. And women feel it. Women are not drawn to power that shouts. They're drawn to the kind of power that lets her be loud, but never lose a center. She doesn't want to be the star. She wants to orbit something unmovable. And that's you. When you no longer try to impress her with what you do, because who you are speaks so loud she forgets everything else? That is more valuable than money. That is more addicting than diamonds. And the wild part? She may never be able to explain why she wants you so badly, but she'll give everything trying to be worthy of you. Look, if you're in your 30s or beyond, the world's been feeding you half-truths. Get rich, get girls. Flash it, flex it, fake it. But here's what real women crave when nobody's watching. A man with clarity, a man with discipline, a man with stillness. Not because he needs her, but because he chooses her from a place of fullness. You don't need to be rich to make her tremble. You just need to be the man who can't be shaken. Drop a comment right now with, I am not done, if you're one of the rare ones who understands this level of masculine energy. Smash that like. Subscribe, not because I told you to, but because you're done being average. Let's keep building this tribe of real ones. More fires coming. Stay grounded. Stay powerful.